I made an intervention during the time when there is a time for free intervention. And I just called the fathers of the Synod, not to forget the moral conscience of the people. Yes, we have the doctrine, we have, the mercy of God. But in between, we need to remember that people must obey their conscience. And we have to respect, the freedom of conscience. Yes, we have to form a conscience, but forming a conscience is first of all making the condition for people to hear the voice of God. And it is so important today. There is so much noise in the world today that if we can bring people to stop and to listen to their conscience, to the voice of God, we call the conscience the sanctuary of God in a person's heart. So we need, to trust in the people, and for sure we have to accompany them, because we cannot leave the people and decide what they want. We have to form and present them, the teaching of the church, the possibilities, but at the end we have to trust in them and leave them to their own conscience, an informed conscience. And it would be, what I want to say. I already spoke about, the moral conscience of the people, but my presentation will be on the access of people, of divorced or remarried people, to the sacrament, to the Eucharist. Why, people are sometimes walk away from the church? It's not because they disagree with what we want to teach, but they don't understand. We have a language that does not relate to their own life. So we need, to be more concrete, to have, words and expression that touch their heart. And also we need a language which is based on a true life experience. The people, they immediately feel if, you are just talking and there is only presenting words and there is no reality behind. Why Pope Francis is so welcome and accepted in the world today is because, what he's teaching is based on a true life. So we need a language that relates to the Word of God also, not only to the doctrine of the church, which is based on the Word of God, but we need, a language which refer to the Word of God, to the parables. We need, to help people to express their own experience, what I call the narrative dimension of life. We have to tell stories, not only indicate the principles, the norms, and even the good values, but we have to put people in a context where they can tell stories. And what did Jesus? He told stories, parables. So we need to find a way that people will be in tune with the stories we'll present to the world today.